Man, maybe a little chicken for the dogs here. It's gonna be a quick little live. I have a little chicken myself. Late night chicken, right? Late night chicken. Why not? You know what I mean? I can't believe the life I'm living, guys. I really can't. Can't believe it. Chicken. Good stuff, right? It's hard to believe the life I'm living. It really is hard to believe it. It seems like it's got every element of a nightmare, but yet it seems like it's real life. Let's chicken here. You know, my wife was a very strong woman. I mean, she was like the Terminator, man. You know, I've never seen someone so strong like my wife, Jennifer. That's why this whole thing is so effing hard to believe, because she seemed like unstoppable, my wife, you know what I mean? I never thought anything like it. No matter what this girl dealt with, she fought and won. And it's like, out of nowhere, in the month of January 2025, she got hit with so many things that I've never seen her got hit with. You know, it's just it's a friggin' tragedy, man, what this poor girl went through. Huh. You know, now I'm alone, and it doesn't seem possible. It just it just doesn't seem possible to me that I'm alone. Because how do you accept something? 27 years, you know a person. 27 years, you know. How do you I don't know how you do it. How do you turn off the brain? 27 years, you know somebody. 27 years, someone's with you every night of your life. And then you gotta tell the brain, well, you're never gonna see this person ever again. How do you do that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to do it, to be honest with you. I mean, it just, all of this seems like it happened so fast. Doesn't really make any sense. And, you know, the thing is, what's really crazy is that I don't even have a big support system, you know. I really have a small support system, small. Like basically certain people I could call once in a while, not even see, but call. And the truth is everyone's going on with their lives. You know, that's just the way it works. Everybody's got their own gotses, everybody's got their own thing. And unfortunately, you're not the priority, you know. It's unfortunate. My wife, you know, we were the priority, you know, that's the thing. Jennifer, the priority was me, the kids. She was our everything. She was our support system. So what do you do when your greatest support system passes away? Especially at a young age. It's terrible. 2 weeks later, my mom dies. My mom passes away. Just doesn't seem possible. You know, it's like you look up historically. How often does that happen, man? Hey, what's up, Real Lock? Well, I saw your comment. I came live because of you, brother. A little chicken here in the house. Yeah, it is messed up, brother. It is messed up. You should never ever let anything, stop you from being there for kids. Especially you're a godmother. Think about that. You know, you're a godmother. And you're blocking children. That's what I'm saying. This whole thing just seems like the whole thing seems like a friggin' nightmare. It just doesn't seem real to me, brother. This doesn't seem possible. The stuff I'm dealing with. I mean, I'm dealing with stuff right now that is like really, really. I mean, honestly, brother, most people I think would be in Bellevue with what I'm dealing with right now. It's amazing I'm not because I got kids. It's like I gotta be strong. I gotta be strong. I got no choice. My kids need me. I really don't want to. You know what it is, Real Aqua? Look, do you know the story? It's. I don't know if you know the story because I really don't want to get into it. If you want me to tell you the truth, I don't want to get into it. I don't know if you know the story, but the reason I don't want to talk about it anymore, if you know the story, is that there's no. Let's just put it this way. Let's make it. Can we make it simple? There's nothing to justify a person not speaking to innocent children who lost their mom. There's nothing. So I don't know if you know the story, but I really don't want to. I don't even want to go there because there's nothing to justify it. We spoke probably like I don't know 2-3 weeks ago, but there's nothing to justify it. There's nothing to justify it. I don't know if you know the story, but I don't want to talk about it anymore. Oh man. When you're dealing with stuff that I'm dealing with, especially when there's children involved, you need a support system. You need a support system. The most important thing dealing with what I'm dealing with, you got to have a support system. It's not possible to deal with what I'm dealing with. The magnitude, right? The magnitude of what I'm dealing with. Losing your wife and losing your mother in 2 weeks. And on top of that, losing my income. I mean, like I said, hey, Biker Wolf, how you doing? How am I doing? Truthfully, not good. If you want me to lie to you, I could lie to you. I could say I'm doing great, I could tell you that. It wouldn't be the truth. I'm not doing so good. The nighttime is the worst time for me. For some reason, everything hits me in the nighttime. I'm starting to make this tribute here of my wife and my mom. I'll show you really quick. I'll just give you a little, quick little thing here. But see this, look. There's my mom. I'm making a tribute. One side is for my mom, and one side is for my wife. That's for my wife. That's our wedding picture right there. So I got a tribute. It's a tribute happening here. How are the kids holding up? I mean, how could I say? So I was seeing something here. Where is that? That's my phone. Get your cousin on the live, yeah. I can't even get her on the phone. I don't think she'll come on the live. Wait. It's not really my cousin, it's my wife's cousin, but you know, look, it's how can I say this, man? I'm trying to just clean up here a little bit. I gotta do everything myself now. I'm like Mr. Friggin' Mom here. There's no justification. Look, Detective Pikachu, I really thank you. I can't. I mean, it seems like you're being nice lately, but I'm just gonna be honest. I really can't handle hate right now. I just want to keep it real with you. I can't. I can't like. I can't handle hate. You know, a lot of people have been asking me. They're like, why don't you like unblock people? Because I can't handle the hate, guys. When you deal with as much as I've dealt with in my life, you can't handle. Thank you, Detective Pikachu. But I'm just being honest. I'm just keeping it real. I just can't handle it. I cannot mentally handle hate anymore. It's just too hard for me. I'm admitting the truth. It's just too. I wish. I used to have fun back in the day. You know, Antonio Barada got deported. Yeah, I used to have fun back in the day, going back and forth with haters. I did. I used to have fun, but can't do it no more. Can't do it no more. A little chocolate milk here. Ooh. A couple of chocolate milks, why not? I'm gonna move for a little chocolate milk here. Oh, hold on, it's gonna fall. Hold on, this thing's gonna fall. Hold on. Ooh. So, you know, dogs are eating some chicken over there. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's a it's just what I'm dealing with does not seem like reality. It just doesn't. It's like it seems like there's just too many things here that represent a nightmare. There are too many things that represent a nightmare. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Like Detective Pikachu, I love you, Larry. Larry Fine in the house. It doesn't seem possible, right, that someone could be this cold-hearted. It doesn't seem possible. It doesn't seem like humanly possible. And I'd like to tell you it's only her, but it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. There's just a lot, like nobody, look, you know what it is? It's kind of like the movie Goodfellas. You know the movie Goodfellas? Remember Uncle Paulie, where he goes, what, the place got struck by lightning? He goes, F you, pay me. Why, you have it, business is slow. F you, pay me. That's kind of like how it is. Look, little cheese, yeah. Nobody cares. Nobody cares at the end of the day. I'm telling you guys something. Nobody cares. So I don't wish what I'm going through on nobody. I don't wish what I am going through on nobody, not even my worst enemy. Nobody deserves to lose what I've lost. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the greatest, worst person in the world, or whatever you are. Nobody deserves this. And what's up, Will? Nobody deserves this. I'm going to tell you something. I am literally dealing with something that is so bad that I can't imagine anything being worse. Yeah. I don't, look, I honestly don't know what is going on with Jennifer's cousin. I don't know, like, what's happening with her. I don't know. I mean, look, I know that she is a little, how can I say this without being mean? She's got a little condition. We know this, but she's so well spoken, you know. It's like I don't really believe it. I'm trying to open this crazy milk here. Hold on one second. You know, I think she has ADD. know. Salute, Jindani. It's good stuff, man. I know she has a condition, but she's so well spoken that I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. Jindani. I don't know. 100 years of good luck, right? I simply can't believe what happened to me and my family in the last 2 weeks. And I don't want to scare all of you. I don't want to scare all of you, but if you want me to tell you the truth, this stuff is friggin' devastating. Okay? And I don't want to get you nervous, but it's devastating. So you might say, what are you saying, Apefather? What am I saying? I'm saying that because I have 2 kids, I'm blocking my pain. I'm suffering and I'm blocking it so that they could live. I'm willing to suffer for them. And what I'm going through right now is pure suffering. Trust me, there's there's no way to sugarcoat it. There is no way to sugarcoat it. What I am going through is pure suffering. I understand you're going to say therapy. You want to know what I would really like, Real Aqua, if possible? I just would like to become a successful YouTuber to the point where I can survive, and I'm working on it. That's really what I want. I don't have the guys. When you lose your wife, listen to me. When you lose your wife and when you lose your mom, you start to kind of lose like a certain element. Like I'm gonna try to explain it to you, and that's the element of life. Like you don't really care about anything anymore. Like I don't see things like the way I used to see things. I don't care what's going on in the world. I don't care what's going on in politics. I don't care what's going on in the stock market or finance or I just don't give a shit. Who cares? Who cares? You want to know all I care about? My kids. I just want to be there for them. I want to be a good dad. It's hard to bring back the fun, Ape Father. Brother, I lost too much. I lost too much. You know, I got to watch the things I say because I'm online and, a lot of things I could say could be interpreted the wrong way. So I got to watch. Look, let's just leave it at this. Despite the fact that I'm suffering and I'm going through tremendous grief, I am keeping it together for my kids, okay? That's bottom line. I'm keeping it together for my children. And I am. At the end of the day, they go to school, they get educated, they come home, I take care of them, I feed them, I got all their clothes ready. I'm there for them 110%, a million percent. And I take them out to see their friends and they have fun and I don't know who this person is. Let's just get rid of this person here. But the nighttime is the worst time for me. I have these nightmares. You want to hear about these nightmares I have? I'll share it with you. I'm like losing it, man. I have these nightmares where it's hard for me to sleep. It's actually not a nightmare. It's actually a beautiful dream. But what turns into the nightmare is when I actually wake up. So the real life is the nightmare. The dream is the good part. So I'm dreaming in my dream, my wife Jennifer and my mom are downstairs in my dream. Sometimes I dream only about my wife Jennifer, and sometimes I dream only about my mom. Okay, so let's start with my wife Jennifer. I'll tell you. Yeah, things get quiet at night. Detective Pikachu. Let me tell you about my dream about my wife. So I'm sleeping, and in my dream, I see my wife downstairs. And I say, Jen, I said, listen, honey, I'm not feeling so good. I got a little acid. I got the acid reflux. Hey, what's up, Lacey? I got the GERD. My wife always made me Alka-Seltzer. That was her thing. She loved to make me Alka-Seltzer. So she make me Alka-Seltzer. I used to do the song. I can feel the acid reflux going away in my esophagus tonight. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Thank you, Lacey. Um, that's my Cash App. Lacey was kind enough to write the comment. And yes, I mean, it would be wonderful if people could if people could support me. Look, I tell people every day the same thing. If you don't have Cash App, of course, super chats are accepted, and I appreciate it, and I love all of you. And I mean, the only reason I say Cash App is because it's an immediate thing. People don't understand. You get Cash App immediately, versus a super chat, you got to wait 2 months. You don't get it immediately. And then there's the fees. So on the super chats, you got to pay like 30+%. Cash App, it's like pennies on the dollar. So obviously, the best way to go was Cash App, but a lot of people unfortunately don't have Cash App. So that's why I say if you don't have it, super chat. But if you have it, I'm going to give you a big shout out. Okay, anybody who does a small contribution on the Cash App, again, it's the $sign. You'll see the comment. It's pinned $sign Richard Lavoie. I don't know if you see the boss lady. It's the comment that's pinned on the bottom here. It's the $sign RICHARDLEV as in Victor OI, the $sign Richard Lavoie. What I went through in my life, it's physically impossible to be happy. What I've gone through. It is physically impossible to be happy. You can't be happy anymore. That's it. You can't. Being happy, those days are gone. All right, see, we gotta get rid of this person here. Psychopathic haters. How could like people expect me to be happy? Look, I understand there's people out there who have like tough love, right? They got tough love. They say, okay, well, you got to get it together. Well, let's talk about the impact on what I'm dealing with, and let's start from the origin, okay? I have been with my wife, Jennifer, for 27 years. I don't think people understand. 27 years. Okay? This is not like, we're not talking a short period of time here. We're talking about more than half my life. We're talking about more than a quarter of a century. So, how the FUCK do you expect me to shut this off like it did? So, in other words, 27 years didn't exist, right? It's it's impossible. Every restaurant I see reminds me of her. Every store, every block, every street, everything reminds me of my wife. How do you shut that off? I mean, I have to move to like Mars or something. I'd have to move to another planet. You can't shut it off, okay? So now let's talk about my mom. That's right. Detective Pikachu, you know my history. 20 years of my marriage. My anniversary is coming up next month, yes. And that's how long we've been married. But if you take into account how long we know each other, it's approaching, June 12th would be 28 years. That day is going to hurt a lot, Detective Pikachu. And it's not that far from now, okay? It's approaching. It's approaching. Thank you, Sleepy Grim. Like I said, anybody who would like to support our family in our time of need, my Cash App, you'll see it. It's on the bottom of the page, the $ Richard Lavoy. You'll see the boss lady's comment. That is my Cash App. There is no space, no underscore in between my first and last name. Is the $ Richard Lavoy. I don't know if everybody could see that comment that's pinned. It's the boss lady's comment. You'll see the Cash App, $ Richard Lavoy, RICHARDLEVOI. So, trying to get that straw. I lost that straw. Now, what are you going to do? You know, let me just give it to you guys straight. I'm going to give it to you straight. A lot of people don't understand my life. They don't understand my deal. I know there's been a lot of confusion. A lot of it's been my fault because, the truth is that I don't like people abusing me. I don't like people making it seem like I'm an idiot. I don't like that. Would you like that? Like when I lost the money I lost in AMC, I know all of you know about that. Last thing I needed was people to make me out to be the dumbest man in the world. I certainly felt dumb. It was one of my biggest regrets. Now all I could think about is my wife and my mom. I could give two shits about AMC or money, but people try to make it like I was the dumbest man in the world. So yeah, I came back and I was like, look, I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful and all this. It was just a way to, I guess, protect my ego because people were trying to step on me. People love to step on you when you're down. People love to step on you when you're at your lowest. I don't know why. It's a horrible world. When a person's at their lowest, you should lift them up. You shouldn't knock them down, but that's what people do. People knock you down when you're at your lowest. I don't know why. Maybe they have some sick fascination with seeing how far a person could be driven before they cave in. I don't know. I don't understand why people do that. I don't understand why people knock you down. Creative world is right. Absolutely right, bro. No one will care about you. This is reality and also human nature. But you want to know what it is? There is a certain thing called human compassion and human decency. Okay? And I do believe most humans, if you want to call yourself a human being, should have that. When you see someone got hit so hard in their life, we're not talking about a little hit. We're talking about a Mike Tyson punch. I'm talking about like Mike Tyson at his prime. A Mike Tyson punch times a friggin' million. That's how hard I got hit. A Mike Tyson punch times like a billion. I'm not even exaggerating. When you see someone got hit that hard, do you really have to kick them when they're down? Do you really have to use their misery of their life for your benefit, for your entertainment, to get your rocks off? Unfortunately, that's what people do. And it's unfortunate. And like I said, I'd like to say it's only limited to internet trolls or people like, no, you'll see it in your own family. You'll see it with your best friends. Because at the end of the day, everybody's got their own life. Can I tell you what it is? Everybody's got their own life. People are not concerned over you. You're not the priority. Their family is the priority. That's it. There's all different categories of people. All right, so you want to hear the different categories of people? Okay, I'm talking about when you're going through an extremely hard time in your life. Let's talk about the different categories of people because I have a lot of experience in this. You get the people who I like to call these people the one-liners. What does that mean, the one-liners? Okay, so let's talk about the one-liners. They'll give you a one-time call. That's it. Now, let me be clear to you what that means. You will never hear from these people again. It's a one-time call. It's a one-time call. And they'll say, Rich, my condolences. My condolences to you and your family. All right. That's it. Let me repeat that to you. That's it. That's all she wrote. You will not hear from these people again. You won't get a Christmas card from these mother effers. All they'll say to you is my condolences. That's it. Prayers for your family, my condolences. That's it. No, old school Brooklyn. Oh, forgot about it. Oh my God, that was the real deal, Lacey. Oh man, people will be coming to your house right now. They'd be cooking big ziti meatballs. They'd be giving you a big dinner. That was the Brooklyn way, especially when someone passed away. They would come to your house with wine, with prosciutto bread, Italian bread. Forget about it. Yeah, that was the good old days. It's not like that no more. You want to know what it is? A lot of people are going through their own things, and I understand all of that. I do, believe me. How Brooklyn is China. That's right. A lot of food. Lasagna. That was the big one, lasagna. The 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 thing is this. I was just reading Real Aqua's comment when I said that about the Brooklyn is China. I understand his point, but it's kind of like the United Nations. If you want to know the truth, it's you know. I don't want to get into this. I shouldn't even go there. Oh, I wish I could just delete that because there's some psychos on the internet. They videotape every single thing I say, and then they repeat it. They repeat it. So I don't want to go there right now. My concern is for my wife and my mom and my family. I'm not interested in talking about that stuff right now. Look, it is what it is. Nothing is the same anymore in life. After you lose your wife and after you lose your mom, you lose interest in a lot of things, man. You lose interest in everything. But let's get back to the different categories of people, right? So we talked about the one-liners, right? The one-liners are the people who say to you, my condolences, Richie, my condolences. And then you never hear from them again. Never hear from them again. Now you got, so I'll talk about people who might speak to you over the phone. Okay, I like to call them the phone friends. So what does that mean? It means that they'll talk to you over the phone. And this is the nice thing. I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with phone friends. There is nothing wrong with it. It's a good thing. Actually, I think this is one of the better categories. There is nothing wrong with having phone friends. But unfortunately, these people will not hang out with you. They will not make an attempt to help you. They're phone friends. Now, the last one is a rare, rare, rare one. This is rare. Is the people who actually help you. Okay? The people who are actually a support system for you. But I got to tell you, even those people, they're only going to do it one time. Like example was I had my aunts. They came to my home and they helped us clean up the house and get everything organized. This is when my mom was alive, which I think they really did it for her. If you want me to keep it real, they didn't really do it for me. But anyway, I still appreciated it. They came here and they helped us clean up everything and get everything in order. Now this is the thing. That was a one-time thing. That's it. Then I don't think they're gonna have to do that again. The next time they do that, it'll be like 100 years from now. I don't foresee them coming back. So those are the different categories. If I had to pick the best one, it probably would be the phone friends. Like, I don't want you to think that the phone friends is a bad thing. The phone friends is a good thing. It's a good thing. It helps you. It helps you a lot. You know. But I mean, the ideal, perfect thing would be people who actually come and help you in real life. That's ideal. That's the choice. I don't think that choice exists. Like I said, it doesn't really exist. It's not really part of reality. Like I said, if someone did something really, really nice for you, they're probably only going to do it one time. They're not going to do it again and again. It's not going to happen. One time, that'd be it. Because again, people have their own life. They have their own gotses. Everybody's worried about themselves. Everybody's worried about their own family. And that's it. It's just an unfortunate thing when a family gets hit as hard as I got hit. I got hit too hard. I got hit way too hard. Like, I got hit by an asteroid. You understand? I got hit by a meteorite, the size of like the one who took out the dinosaurs. That's how much I got hit. I still can't even believe it. Like, what's funny is that I can't believe that this is effing real. It doesn't seem real, but it is real. It's like I can't explain it. I'm having a hard time with acceptance, everybody. It's like I know it's real because I've seen my wife cremated. I've seen my mother cremated. I know it's real. I'm like, my wife passed away. My mother passed away. I mean, I have solid proof and solid evidence of this. But but the thing is that it's so mind-boggling that all of this happened in the vicinity of 2 weeks that your brain can't process it. That's it. It's like your brain cannot process the reality. You just can't do it. So you keep thinking like I said, that goes back to that dream I was having, which is I wake up, after the dream is I see my wife downstairs, I see my mom downstairs. But then when I wake up in real life, I actually run downstairs and they're not there. They're not there. I sleep upstairs in my bedroom, but I go downstairs because typically that's where they would be. And they're not there. And that's when the reality sets in. And you're like, my God, my wife really passed away. She was 46 years old. My wife was like Wonder Woman. My wife was like, well, I never saw a woman as powerful as Jennifer. And she could literally beat anything. Like every single thing that they ever threw at this girl, she beat it. You name it. Brain surgery, removal, mastectomy, removal of her breast, chemotherapy treatments, radiation treatment. This girl did it all. She did it all with an iron fist. She did it all like Rocky Balboa. So that's why it got to the point over the years, because she's been dealing with it for 10 years. I said to myself, this girl's unstoppable. You're not going to stop this girl. So you always start believing in your mind. You're like, she's going to be fine. She's going to be okay. But not this time around. She got hit too hard. She got hit like with I don't even know, an earthquake here. Like something so powerful. I've never seen anything like it before. What that poor girl went through with cancer, with the aspiration pneumonia, ventilator. It's too much. She got hit too hard. She got hit too hard. Now she's in peace. See, there's a lot. This is the next thing. I love this one. This is the next thing everybody says. They'll say, Richard, she's in peace, your wife. I'm like, I know. She's in peace. No more pain, no more treatments. She's with God. She's with her mother, Linda. She's with her grandmother, Rose. She's with Rocky and, Yogi, my two Shih Tzus, in the Rainbow Bridge. I got pictures of them over there. So now that's a very comforting thing, right? When you think that way. Isn't that comforting? You notice that nobody ever talks about the survivors, though. They always talk about the person who passes away. And they'll say the same things. No more pain, no more suffering. They're in paradise. And all of that may be true. I'm not saying no. I am not saying no to you. All of that may be true. And my wife, as we're speaking right now, is probably in paradise with her mother Linda, her grandmother Rose, and she's got her dog Scamp, her childhood dog. She's with my dogs, our dogs, Rocky and Yogi, and she's probably having a beautiful, beautiful time in paradise. But the thing is, and I know it's selfish, it's very selfish. Like, what about me? Well, I'm not in paradise right now. I'm not in paradise. I have no wife. I have no mother. I lost all that money that we were making, which was the my money as a caretaker to take care of my wife, 3,000 a month, and my mother's Social Security, disability, and pension, which was like 3,500 a month. About 7,000 a month is gone. So, as you could all see, this is suffering. Suffering. Probably gonna try to get some rest at least. Get a little bit. What is suffering? Well, are you new to the live stream? Do you know what this live stream is about? Does, Wayne, do you understand what I'm talking about here, or you have absolutely no idea? My wife passed away, Wayne, and my mom passed away 2 weeks later. Oh, so you knew? Okay. I had two major losses in my life in the last 2 weeks. My wife, who was only 46 years old, Jennifer, dealing with cancer for 10 years, brother, passed away. But it was actually due to pneumonia, but the cancer played a major part as well. My mother, Josephine, 75, still very young, passed away 2 weeks later. So the suffering is just not being able to accept it. I can't accept it. Thank you, Wayne. And like I said, anybody who would like to support our family in our time of need, you'll see the Boss Lady's comment is pinned right on the bottom of this page. That is my Cash App, the $ Richard Lavoy, the $ RICHARD, L as in Larry, E as in Edward, V as in Victor, O as in Oreo, I as in Idaho. So it's no underscore, no space in between my first and last name. Any small contribution, I'll give you a big shout out. God bless. If you don't have Cash App, you could always do a super chat. It's fine, but Cash App is the preferred method because it's instant, low fees. Super chat could take months, and there are high fees. So preferably, if you wanted to help us out, Cash App would be the way to do it. God bless. As you can see, I'm kind of like trying to stay awake, but I'm falling asleep. The biggest problem with me is the acceptance. And again, I accept my mom. I accept her, if you want me to keep it real. My mother at least saw her grandkids grow up. You know what I mean? She saw a lot. She did a lot. She lived a good life. I mean, she had problems with my father, though, that sort of thing. They didn't have the greatest marriage, but if you look at her whole life, from young girl to 75, she did a lot. She lived a good life. I can't say I could say that for Jen because Jen was only 46. Listen, she saw her kids grow up. She saw Sophia make it to 11. She saw Michael turn into this giant. He's 6'2". She saw him grow to 14. She did good. But I don't think she feels, and I certainly don't feel, that was enough. That was certainly not enough. She's too young. She needed to see a lot more. She needed to really be with us for a long period of time. But that's not the case. So what are you going to do now? What are you going to do, Lou Bamboo? Yeah, it's a lot to take in, to come to the acceptance that I'm probably not going to see my wife ever again for the rest of my life. I'm not going to ever see her again. Never again. No, Jennifer didn't even like her own family, real Aqua, if you want me to tell you the truth. And honestly, I don't blame her. No, we're not close with anybody. The only people we were close to was her cousin, the one that turned into a psychopath. And I wouldn't even say close. Like she used to come over maybe once, twice, three times a year to bake cookies with the kids. That's about it. I took her out for dinners, but then the other person was her uncle in Florida, but he turned out to be a Norman Bates too. What are you gonna do? You know, the biggest person that I needed in my life was Jennifer. When Jennifer was in my life, nothing bothered me. Nothing upset me. Nothing got me upset because my wife was all I needed. She provided me with all the love, all the affection, all the emotion, all the support, everything I needed. So I didn't care about anybody else. I was her support system, and she was my support system. And that's it. That's the bottom line. But now that she's not here, it's a whole new ball game now. A whole new ball game. See, now you really need other people for the first time in your life. It's like it wasn't the case. It wasn't the case before. You know, before it was all I needed was Jen. That's it. That's all I needed. Whoa, hold on here. That's all I needed was just my wife. But now that she's passed, you find yourself searching for a support system. You find yourself searching for people to provide you with some sort of comfort during these tough times. That's a very, very hard thing to get because nobody cares. At the end of the day, nobody cares. That's a hard thing to get. Everybody's doing their own thing. Everybody's got their own families, their own jobs, their own careers, their own lives. And they don't want to stop that for you. You know what I mean? I lost the two most important people in my life. That's what I'm trying to make all of you understand. I lost my wife. I lost my mom. This is like a catastrophe. These were the two most important people in my life and in my children's life. Now I'm alone. I know you say, well, you got your kids. You got your kids. Well, I do and I don't because they're living their lives too. They got to go to school. They want to do a lot of extra school activity, after school activities. They got their friends. So it's tough. Jennifer was with me 24 hours a day, my wife. Like I said, I was her full-time caretaker. So she was literally with me morning, lunchtime, afternoon, evening. She's with me all day and all night long. And all of this was not too long ago. All of this was not too long ago. It's like, can you imagine the change in my life? Could you imagine having someone by your side 24 hours a day? Hmm. Look, my wife had brain cancer. It started off as breast cancer. It metastasized to her brain, but unfortunately, it also metastasized to the spinal cord. So, but the initial cancer was breast cancer. Yep, I remember John Wick snipping. I have no idea what happened to that guy. Um, yeah, those are the good old days. Uh, I had a different head back then, Real Aqua. I had a different head, man. You want to know who I was back then, brother? I was a guy who was very happy. You know, I was a guy who was very happy with my life, with my family. And because I was very happy, I was able to focus on, the comical side of Apefather. You know what I mean? The fun side. What's up, Earthquake 3.9? I feel like I got hit by an earthquake in my life, but probably an earthquake 10, like a 10 or something or higher. Oh man, I was a different person back in those days, Real Aqua. I've changed. The only thing I could do right now in my life is be strong for my kids. That's it. That's bottom line. That's all I could do. Can't do anything else. I gotta be strong for them. So it's like a lot of people keep asking me about, when's the funny father gonna come back? I've been trying to do some videos here and there that are a little on the fun side. I don't know if you've seen them, but I can't. I just don't have the head for it. I don't have the head for it. That's the truth. I don't have the head for it. Gonna be headed up now. Probably getting some sleep. Oh man. There's only one problem. I can't sleep. I could lie down. But I can't really sleep. Can't really sleep. That's what the problem is. Because once I sleep, I have those nightmares. Yes. Oreo cookie. Not too shabby. Good night, my honey. Good night, my love, Jennifer. I love you, Jennifer. I love you, Mom. Always and forever. Good night. I always say good night to them. It's sad. It's very sad. It's very heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking stuff. It's like I said, I don't think I'm ever going to accept it. It's too much to accept. It's too much to accept. How could this all happen in 2 weeks? How could this all happen so quickly? Let me tell you something, guys. Life could change on a dime. No one is guaranteed tomorrow. That's why you got to cherish your life. Don't let stupid stuff bother you. Don't let stupid stuff in your life bother you. I used to do it. Like stupid shit, like I lost money in AMC, and it's dumb. It's stupid because money could always be made back. Don't worry about money. Money could always be made back. I'm going to go. I got to put the light on in here. Oh, man. Money could always be made back. You know what can't be made back? Life. Life can't be made back. That can't be made back. I'm a fixer, guys. I've been a fixer my whole life. You give me a problem, I find a solution. Yeah, you can't take nothing for granted, man. Because 1 minute you're here, the next minute you're not. And that goes for family. That goes for friends. That goes for everybody. Loved ones, you know, it all happens quickly, guys. Like I said, I would have never. If you came to me and told me, listen, if you came to me, by the way, this really quickly, this is my Cash App. Anybody who would like to support me and my family during our toughest time, the Cash App is the $ Richard Lavoy. There's no space, no underscore, you know, in between my first and my last name. I really, really could appreciate your support to get me back on my feet here. I lost a lot. My children lost a lot. It really would mean the world to us, a very small contribution. And like I said, I'll give anybody who does it a big shout out on my videos. But with that said, I'm going to be signing off soon. Oh, man. It's, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do. All I know is that my children need me. You know what it is? I talk to my wife a lot at night, meaning like not really. I'm talking to her, I'm talking to her picture and, her ashes, and I'm talking to her. But I'm telling her, I know it's not your fault, honey. I hear my ears are ringing every time I come upstairs. My ears start ringing. Oh, man. I hear ringing in my ears. That's probably John trying to fix his phone here. Trying to fix his phone here. Thank you, Lacey. Thank you, Earthquake. But it's unfortunately the damage has been done, everybody. Where I'm at right now, the damage has been done. I lost the two most important people in my family. And there's no way of bringing them back. It's this is by far the worst time in the history of my whole life. And I never thought that this day would be like this. I never thought, look, did I feel at some point my wife might pass away? Yes. Did I feel at some point my mom might pass away? Yes. But never so close in terms of like 2 weeks together. That's crazy. And I don't know. I never thought it would happen the way it happened. Let's just put it this way. Like, I thought it would happen in a different way. Peacefully, not the way I witnessed it, not the way it happened, and not so close together, like I said. Yeah, 46 is too young. It's over, man. It's like, oh, God. You know, I have so many different things in my life at this point that I do, which is tormenting. And I got to stop doing it. You go through a lot of these what ifs. You go through a lot of what ifs. What if I did this? What if I did that? You know, you want me to keep it simple for all of you. If a person is not really that sick, when they go into a hospital, they're going to be able to get out. I think about this too. Like let's say me or you, and we're pretty healthy, let's just say. We go into a hospital. They can't keep us there. They can't. If everything checks out and you're okay, they got to release you, right? So typically people who have to stay in a hospital setting, and especially people who have to go into an ICU setting, are not healthy. And for some reason, all of this happened to my wife pretty quick. That's what's so scary about this whole scenario is that she was all right. The girl was okay for like 10 years with this. But this 2025 came, and this 2025 turned out to be the worst year of my life, the worst year of my family's life. God bless your friend. That's my age, Earthquake. 3.9. I'm 47. Thank you, Lacey. Yeah, Wade. One day we'll have a beer together, brother. Um, Gotta charge my phone too. I just look. My wife, my children needed her. My children needed their mom. I need my wife. My mom, God bless her. Look, she lived a good life. 75. I mean, still young. But she gave up. My mother. After she got the triple bypass in 2018, my father passed away in 2020. My mother gave up. She didn't want to move anymore. My mother, you don't know, guys. My mother's been on a recliner for like a long time. She doesn't want to get up. She doesn't want to move. So I kind of could. I love my mother. I love her. Oh, I love my mother. But I understood it a little bit more. Jennifer at 46, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. She was Sophia's birthday was January 7th. She was fine. She was singing to Sophia. She was eating. She was herself. And that's not that long ago. We had an amazing Christmas, 2024, an amazing Christmas. We had an amazing Thanksgiving in November. And just come January 2025, a lot of things had started hitting. A lot of things started happening. And I saw my wife getting sicker. It's terrible. I saw her, just in terms of her mobility, not really being able to walk that well. And then, like, trouble swallowing, trouble with the chewing, because that was due to the cancer in the brain, which led to the aspiration pneumonia. Terrible. I remember the first day she was in the hospital and they gave her the antibiotics. She actually called me up. I'll never forget this. I think I'm going to remember this the rest of my life. She called me up. She's like, "Rich, I'm doing better. The antibiotics helped me." And I remember at that after that phone call, I felt like I was like, "This is great. She's going to be all right. She's going to be okay." Well, then things progressed, unfortunately. Um, God bless all of you. Gonna see if I can rest up. I'll probably be back soon because I can't rest. So God bless you all. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful night. And again, anybody who would like to support the Apefather and his family during the hardest times of our lives, losing my wife, losing my mom in 2 weeks. My Cash App is on the bottom. Can you all see it? The boss lady. Can everybody see my Cash App? It's the $ Richard Lavoy. I love you too, Earthquake 3.9. So if anybody would like to support us with a very small Cash App, it would be greatly appreciated. Again, it's the $ Richard Lavoy. Thank you, Earthquake 3.9. So God bless all of you. Have a good night. Buona notte. I might start another GoFundMe. We'll see. But anyway, God bless all of you. I'll speak to you soon. Ciao.